I remember the moment when I was traveling through the Russian border with other Ukrainians, the fare that I got, and the moment when I was passing my document to Russian authority. I was hiding in my flat for 4 months, and I wasn't sure I could make it. I don't know how they just allowed us to go. Next few hours, I took a plane to Edinburgh, where all nightmares just ended and I started to live a new life. When I was 14 years old, Russia invaded my home region, Donetsk. It was the same time when I had been exploring my sexual identity. As a gay person, you don't have a safe place to go. You can't access healthcare. You can't find any community centers where you can speak with other members of the LGBT+ community. It felt like I lived in a different reality when you don't have normal things like travel abroad or go to shopping malls with your friends. When I was 18 years old, one of my friends invited me to visit Kiev. It changed my life. You can walk free without any fear that it could be bombed or you could be kidnapped. I spent my Christmas weekend in Kiev, and after that I realized I could not live like this in my hometown. I couldn't live life in occupation anymore. I entered University of Journalism and found a job in an organization called Gay Alliance Ukraine. It's a place where I met Stas Naumenka, chief and editor of the first Ukrainian LGBT+ magazine called Stonewall. It was the first time when I was introducing to gay culture of Kiev, and I saw too many people around me that share the same values and identity. It really helped me a lot to realize who I am, to realize that I really want to live like this. When I began working on such a big organization, it gave me so many opportunities to raise awarenesses about LGBT+ people in Ukraine. There are a lot of different ways how you can use word to express people's stories. For me, it was reporting and photojournalism. And it was challenging because I know how it's like when you can't speak about yourself, and I know how important to share the story to other people, to public, to local authority. I remember when I helped to organize pride events, I met a lot of really gorgeous activists, and we felt united with each other, even when it was attacked at the same time by conservative radicals. I felt that we were together and we were ready to fight, to protect our identity, to defend our rights, to say publicly like we deserve the same rights as any other Ukrainian in my country. The major milestone for me it was the investigation project I was doing in collaboration with Ukrainian media Zaborona. It was about homophobia in Kiev police. I needed to tell people what's actually going on behind police and how we can interview victims of homophobic attack in Ukraine, how we can help them to be validated and to be heard in our society. We needed our government to look back and change things for us. Because of this special journalist project, I found the way to evacuate from my occupied hometown through the Russia, obviously, and escape everything. I've been living in Scotland for almost 3 years now, and I remember when I just came to Scotland, I realized when you're abroad, you really feel lonely because you're just around people that you never known in different culture, and you need someone that could help you connect with your own people. That's why I was working on different projects that can help Ukrainians to connect with each other. I joined Ukrainian protests in Edinburgh when I was helping to organize all protests.
Сьогодні вранці Росія нанесла серію терористичних ракетних ударів по Україні. Сьогодні вранці вбивали наших мирних жителів, як і вчора, як тиждень назад, як і півроку назад. Можуть захищати нашу з вами батьківщину. Це дуже важлива дата, на яку ми сьогодні...
I realized I wanted to cover story, not just organize them, and it's why I choose photography as an instrument. I can collaborate with journalism. People just need to see us. People just need to know we exist, and we are doing exactly the same thing that Scottish people do, and we're living the same life, working on the same jobs, and there are no big difference between Ukrainian and Scottish, especially in gay community, because we're already united by fighting with homophobia, especially nowadays when politics gets more radical. And that's why we need to do more reporting about queer people in Scotland, about Ukrainians who are struggling during the Russian invasion and who came here because we don't have anything left, like me in my country. And photography as a journalism, just the way telling the truth about what's going on and help each other to build community, sharing the right narrative without disinformation that unfortunately just spreading everywhere about Ukrainians. We just can't deal with this. We're already dealing with war in our country. We're already dealing with fear we have every day, trying to contact with our parents, our families, our friends in Ukraine that been bombing for almost 3 years since invasion, more like 10 years since Russia invaded Crimea and Donetsk. We're doing our best to adapt in this country, work for this country, and build new community, following all rules and law, and share the same European values about freedom. It's why I'm still doing this as a freelance journalist, as a reporter, because people's story is matter, and we need more stories about ordinary people, not politicians, not like celebrity. And I want to remind people that Russia is the biggest homophobic autocracy in Europe, and it's threatening everyone from Ukraine, from the UK, it doesn't matter. And they're coming, and they can change your life tomorrow if you give up on Ukraine.